this person, it might be like a little bit different because you actually know this person that's in your house. So now you got to take different precaution. But if this person trip out on you, like say you invite some guy over that you've been knowing for a while, and and he, like I say, you can grow up with a motherfucker and they can do some fucked up shit, and attack you and shit.
True.
And you shoot him. You know what I'm saying? Then now you gotta prove, okay, this person attacked me or was trying to attack me and this and that. But if I don't know this person and they come through my door, I have the right. If they come through my window, wherever.
Right.
Because why are you in my home and I didn't let you in? Even if my door was unlocked and they just walked in. Even if my door was open. Wide open.
It don't matter.
And a stranger just walk into my home.
That don't mean you welcomed.
Man, I definitely got the right to draw down.
I mean, that's a completely different mental.
Right. But let's look at the case of the guy that killed the 3 homeless people and the dog. This happened in September, early part of September.
Okay. I believe I heard about that on the news.
Right. He over there, on the west side, over there by Silver Nugget killing people. So, he told the police, first he only admitted to just killing a dog. But come to find out, he had killed 3 other homeless people too.
Wow.
And he said that he did this because he had to terminate the homeless people. You know what I'm saying? So when the police asked him, well, do you think that if you were wrong with what you did, if you think killing these people was wrong? And he told them, yeah, I know it was wrong, but I had to do it.
That statement right there. I had to do it. What puts him in the mind frame to say, I had to do it? Or what told him he had to do it?
Listen, what I don't understand is how they took that statement and ran with that statement. They didn't run with the statement of, I had to do it. They ran with, I know it was wrong. And it doesn't matter, I think, at this point, if he knew it was wrong, because he would clearly, by their own doctors, clarify him as being mentally disabled.
I mean, yeah, because when they bring
and
you
mentally
into all of that,
incompetent.
yeah, they mentally evaluate you. They give you a mental evaluation.
Yes.
So my thing is, right? If you clearly hear what he's saying,
if you're listening to everything,
right? You know what I'm saying? If you're clearly listening, let me correct that. Everything he said,
right.
You could clearly tell that there was something mentally going on.
But
I knew it was wrong, but I had to do it.
But in this situation, you can clearly see that the police was trying to get him caught up in that part of the investigation. Did you know? Now, even though we already deemed that you mentally incapable of making the decision of doing this, we still gonna hold you to it, because when we ask you right now why your mind frame is good, did you think what you did was wrong? And you say, yeah, but I had to do it. That right there that's not a sane person.
Yeah, because at this point now you should be trying to figure out, why did he feel
that he had to do it? Especially when you already got records saying that this guy is mentally incapable of making this type of decision.
And then you put him in a regular jail, not mental.
Right.
Where he is clearly capable.
3 life sentences. Now, my heart goes out to the family, and the friends of the people that he killed.
Of course.
Because they definitely didn't deserve it.
Homeless or not, transients, whatever they call them now, they just clearly didn't deserve that. They still human beings.
Right, but this is just sheer example. This is a complete example of how the state is failing on our mental health. You know what I'm saying? Now it's hard to even find a psychiatrist or even a psychiatrist that'll see you face to face. You know, most mental health doctors are now, video call. So if you notice, since the pandemic, a lot of the psychiatrists going on, video call only.
Right, when the in-person
Look at the
is more
rise
personal.
of
It's more
mental
intimate.
health issues.
It's more intimate when you're in person.
Exactly.
So, yeah, the camera takes away that intimacy of that person being able to talk to you and release their feelings. They talking to a camera, basically.
Right.
You know what I mean? They don't know if they talking to a recording. They don't know.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. But just the drawback of mental help that people need
Right.
are leading us into a world of destruction. Now look at the lady, the mother in Minnesota that shot her son 9 times. 6-year-old boy. Now, the crazy part about it is she purchased the gun prior to doing this and went practice shooting. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
At the gun range.
And did she have, like, did she have, like, a history of mental health records? Like, just being in situations before, not killing somebody, but, just different situations and scenarios. Does she have any history of it?
Well, they say later, during the case, they did find that she was being, observed and she was seeing a doctor for her mental health.
Wow.
And that she was also taking antidepressant pills. But was that the case? Because, what she did was she took the little boy to eat pizza, then took him to a movie. Then later that evening, she had an argument with her son because he didn't want to go to bed. Now, in the court, the prosecutor said they believed that him and his mother was headed out that night on a late night adventure, so-called. Say she got in a car and drove around the suburbs for hours with this boy. You know what I'm saying? Then, at that point, she shot him 6 times while he was in his car seat. 6 times while he was in the back of the vehicle. She actually reloaded. She reloaded her gun and put 3 more bullets in him.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
Then, and like they say, this is the person that he trusted. This is his mom.
His mom.
You know what I'm saying? He thinking he going on a late night adventure.
Not ever thinking that would be the person
Right.
who would take his life.
Right.
That's his protector, as far as he's concerned.
So the police only eventually stopped her because she had a shot out window. Well, her window was smashed out. You know what I'm saying? And she also was like driving on like the rim of the tire, so they pull her over. So, the first thing the officers do is open the trunk, because, I don't know if they're going for the tire or what, but they open the trunk. And that's when they found this boy in the trunk of her car.
Mm. Mm, mm, mm.
Now, she said, well, you know, her people say, and, you know, people that's defending her and everything, that said that, you know, she was having a custody dispute with the father
Okay.
of the son. And on top of that, she took out a life insurance policy on the boy. Right?
Okay.
But they knew that she was battling with mental health and substance abuse issues, according to the medical examiners and her, you know, the people that knew her. So not only did she suffer from you know, mental health issues, but, and like I say, when you add mental health with substance abuse, it's even worse. Because a lot of times, the substance abuse will trigger the mental health.
Right. But at the time, was she under influence of any alcohol or drug substance? Like, did they find her under the influence?
Well, I mean, I don't know exactly her demeanor at the time when she actually took the shots at him. But I mean, look at her demeanor. Was she under the influence when she purchased the shotgun? Was she under the influence when she went to the gun range shooting? Because to my knowledge, they not going to let you go to the gun range if you're under the influence.
And my thing is, after the fact she argued with her son, did she go have a drink or something to put herself under the influence or whatever it is, choice of her, you know?
Well, we're talking about an argument with a 6-year-old boy.
That's all I'm saying. Right. So did she go, like, was it just that disturbing she had to go put herself in that mind frame? You get what I mean? But at some point, just listening to this whole situation, it's like, I feel at some point it wasn't mental. I feel like that was used as an excuse. I feel like listening to her.
You think it was premeditated?
Yes, 100%.
Exactly. And I think so as well. So she ended up getting life in prison without the possibility of parole. But at the same time, I mean, my heart goes out to the boy. But at the same time, when did it get that far? And you know, was there signs in between? Because she strictly went to purchase this gun for the purposes of killing her son.
That's exactly how I feel. Like, you might have been struggling with certain things, and if you was having a custody battle and you just felt like you didn't deal with the young boy, you could have just gave him to the dad. But yeah, that was just
right,
just sheer premeditated, unadulterated murder.
And I think that it was driven to, you know, what drove her to do this was the punishment to the father.
Exactly.
Because he wanted his son.
Exactly.
So regardless of her mental health or whatever substance she was on, at the time, yeah, she probably got under the influence in order to get her mind into the mind state to even do it, but she drove around for hours.
That's why I say premeditate. I mean, when you was at the gun range, all of that, you was thinking about everything you were getting ready to do to that young soul.
Right. Right, and then you tricked him into believing that he was going on a late night adventure.
That history of your mental shit, as far as I'm concerned, is out the door. You know what I mean? That's not an excuse.
Exactly.
You know, that's not an excuse. You can do better than that.
Right. Now look at this guy in Florida. Now, what happened with this guy is somebody sucker punched him, apparently in the neck. You know what I'm saying? And in retaliation, He picked up a broken